Hello everyone. Let's start with IELTS writing task 1 letter writing. So this is one of the tasks in IELTS general exam which is designed for individuals who want to work or migrate to English speaking country. So herein they get a letter writing which can itself be of three ways. Either you may get a formal letter writing, semi-formal or informal. So whenever we are writing a letter, we have to make sure that we specify 3 points mentioned in the question and address them all nicely. Number two, the word count that needs to be achieved in letter writing is 150 words. Moving on to next topic, how you are graded. This is very important to understand. This means that you are able to verify your answer itself before submitting it to your teacher. So first of all, keep a check on your task achievement. It means that did you answer the questions well? Did you select the main features that were asked to you in the question? And while writing, could you write 150 words or not? Number two, people evaluate you on your coherence and cohesion. So, the term coherence and cohesion means how well the essay is organized. That means when you're talking about a topic, the entire content about topic A should be in paragraph A, while talking about topic B, you need to separate the paragraph. So, coherence means clubbing the same type of content together in a paragraph. And cohesion means using the linking words, which you people must be using like moreover, however, rather, instead. So these words are looked into and the appropriate use is marked on. Number three, you are checked on your lexical resources, which means the vocabulary, enhancement of vocabulary, right spellings, and appropriate choice. Appropriate word choice means that you need to be very much particular about whether this word is suitable for this situation or not. For example, the word crucial itself means important, but you cannot use in a positive situation. Rather, this is a word which is used only in negative situations, like we say, the patient is in a critical situation. Okay, number four is grammatical range and accuracy, wherein we keep into consideration whether you have made a balance between simple and complex sentences. Have you used verbs, tenses, and punctuation in the right form or not? So, this is how your letters are always evaluated. Now, let's start with letter writing introduction. So, whenever you have a question, you have to follow certain steps that when you start writing, you have achieved all the targets well. So, let's start with step one, which means understand the task. It means that you have to read the question carefully and identify which type of letter has been given to you. That means, is it a formal letter, semi formal, or informal? After understanding this, you need to analyze the situation well. It means that you have to be very clear about to whom this letter is being addressed to, what is the purpose of the letter, and what information needs to be included and given to the reader. So, when you are doing a letter writing, the task that may come in your way may be a request information. Letter may require you to apologize or explain something. At times, you may get a letter wherein you have to complain about a product or service you have received or provide feedback for the same. Also, informal letters include thanking someone, inviting, and so on. Step 2, wherein you have to identify the type of letter given to you. Because the type of letter you have, language and intonation has to change accordingly. So, formal letters. What are formal letters? It is a letter written to a company or an authoritative figure wherein you may not know the reader well. Semi-formal. It is someone whom you know in formal or a semi-formal capacity. Like it may be teachers or colleagues or even neighbors and rental people. Moving on to step 3, which is planning of your letter. And this is the most important part because according to the type of letter you have been given, everything changes. Starting with first point, greetings and salutation. It differs with the type of letter. For example, if it is a formal letter, you need to start with dear sir or madam because herein it is assumed that you may not know the name of the reader. Similarly, for semi formal, we prefer to write the last name of the person as they are either the teachers or the people living nearby you. So, giving a due respect is important. However, in informal letters, we can go with the first name if the person is of your age or younger. However, for the elder cases, again the due respect is allowed. Second, now it is important to clearly mention the purpose of writing. So make sure that when you're starting with your first paragraph, you have to either start I am writing to inquire about, I am writing to complain about, I am writing in response to the letter given to me, as it clarifies the main purpose of writing. Now, moving on to body paragraphs, which can be 2 to 3 in number, wherein we are required to explain the relevant details that are asked in the question. It may be like explaining the issue or making the request very clearly and polited. Along with that, we have to always close the letter by using a formal tone. However, for informal letters, we can make a friendly note, but make sure that your language is on a formal go. And yes, then we have a closings wherein yours faithfully or yours sincerely is taken for formals, and kind hearts, take care, best wishes is accepted for informal letters. Next step is to start writing. So, as polished as your planning is, makes your writing a better form. So, when we start writing, always start your letter with the greetings. Thereafter, we have to mention our introduction paragraph wherein we specify the reason of writing. Immediately after that, we have to write body paragraphs, which can be 2 to 3 in number depending on the prompts, followed by a conclusion wherein politely we have to end the letter stating our expectations or offering thanks, and ending the letter with an appropriate closing. So, by closings, we may use the words like, if you require any further information, feel free to contact me. Or, I look forward to your reply. I look forward to hearing from you. Once again, I apologize for any inconvenience. However, for informal letters, we may have a casual touch like, anyways, I have to go now. I'll write again if you need any more information. So, this is how it is important to plan our letter writing. Our next video will explain you about how to attempt questions related to complaint letters.